After an ice cream and some beer, I'm waiting for the girlfriend to bring back the garage door remote. Toss it up!
Ready?
Yeah. Second attempt.
You can get it?
Yeah.
I meant like record it.
No.
Didn't happen.
Thanks. Pretty funny. Didn't think that would happen. The real test is gonna be next time I need it in the garage. Does it work? After dropping once, we'll see. So what I want to talk about today are the pants that I'm wearing. These are the Saint Model 3 jeans. Now I've owned the Model 3 jeans for about 6 months. That means over a couple hundred miles in my book. I alternate between my Ugly Bros and my Saint Model 3 jeans, give or take some other pants. I probably put a couple hundred miles on these Saints, and I'd really like to put them through a crash test, but I'm not looking to get into a crash, so sorry I don't have any crash test data. But let's dive into the materials, because I want to talk about the weather and what these guys are actually made of that may make or break your decision on what you think of these. Let me move this John Doe jacket out of the way. This isn't the brand we're talking about. It's made up of one material for the most part, Saint's Unbreakable Denim. Now they have different revisions of this, which they put through different CE ratings. If you're going down in these, just know that it's similar to Kevlar. It's Dyneema. So it's very similar in the traits that Kevlar brings in slide and abrasion resistance. Now in terms of abrasion or slide resistance, Saint is claiming this unbreakable denim is 6 seconds of slide or 75 meters. But what do I think of that denim? First off, it looks great. It looks seamless. If you are wanting to mask a motorcycle apparel item, this pretty much does it. There's a few stitches along the knees, which I'll point out. For the most part, this masks itself as a normal day-to-day apparel jean. But how does that day-to-day apparel jean function day-to-day? In terms of temperature, there is a sweet spot. What I find with Dyneema or this type of material is it's kind of sweaty, especially on my skin. In terms of fit, this is a looser, more traditional straight cut. It's not slim, as you can see in the video. For me, this Unbreakable 6.0 fabric, it has Dyneema in it, and it actually causes me to sweat a little bit more in the heat. It could be a combination of them being black as well in the sun, but for some reason, I tend to sweat more with that type of material. I sweat more normally with Cordura, super bad. Cordura is not in these. And Dyneema, which is in this 6.0 fabric. If I compare that to my Ugly Bros, those are just Kevlar lined. Like denim on the outside, Kevlar lining on the inside. And that, for some reason, feels more breathable to me in the heat and going at speed. The feel of it, if I'm feeling the tops of my legs, it actually feels pretty good. This feels like a jean that you would go to your department store and pick up. It feels like that kind of fabric. You wouldn't know that it's necessarily an abrasive protection material. Like I said, I haven't put these through a test going down or taking sandpaper on them. I'm not gonna ruin my jean. From Saint's own tests and Saint's own videos, this is a material that will hold up should you go down. Saint is doing this with 1 layer of fabric. A lot of other companies are doing it with 2, 3 layers, 3 different types of material. Saint is tackling this in 1 fabric. So there is something to be said about that. That requires a little bit of technology above the rest. One more note about the fabric. In high impact zones, it actually has more protective fabric laced in. So it's gonna protect you in a slide on your butt, on your knees. If you wanna put it this way, there's extra threads of protection for that polyurethane, that Dyneema fabric in those high impact zones. My guess is your butt and your knees. Beyond the fabric, what else is in these? There is actually pockets, mesh pockets, to fit CE impact prone foam. That armor does come included when you buy the Saint Model 3 jean. Speaking of buy, we have to talk about buy because these are expensive. I think you heard me talking about the cost of motorcycle apparel, and this fits the bill. These are almost $400 US, a pretty penny. Now, occasionally you can find a discount out there depending on the time of year and the kind of sale they're offering, which is rare. Is it worth the $400? That's hard to say. For me, almost. Now, I like them in the way they fit. I like them in the way they function. I like them in the way they look. And I like them in the way that they have the technology trusted should I go down in a fall. They're charging that because it's a niche product and there's not too many out there in terms of looks and competition. Saint has a name behind it these days, and they're gonna charge you for that. Now, they're not the Gucci or the Chanel charging you that kind of price tag, but they do come with a trusted name these days in urban, good-looking motorcycle protective gear. I may have taken off my pants just to show you the interior and realized, when was the last time I washed these? The answer is never. They kind of smell. Here's the inside though. Pockets for your hip armor, mesh pockets inside for your knee armor. What I realized is I don't really like having the pockets inside of the knee. What I realized in comparing outside insertion versus inside insertion of knee protection, I like the outside because for some reason my foot catches the inside of the Velcro. This is the inside. To sum things up, do I sweat in them? Sometimes. Do I enjoy riding with them? Yes. Do I recommend them? It depends. So I recommend them for the person that likes the style, likes the cut, likes everything else about them rather than the price tag. If you find a 50% discount off, buy them now. They're definitely worth that. Until the next one, I need some video ideas. I need to get back on the bike and riding with you guys, maybe do some vlogs, right? Tell me in the comments below. I need to do another giveaway. I'm still waiting on my Akin Ghost gloves. They got hung up in the mail again. And I also want to check out that D3O Ghost. Does anybody have that D3O Ghost armor? I should probably do a lineup of all the armors and hit them with a hammer. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about these pants, other pants, things I should review, things I should talk about. Should I just get back on my bike and ride? Tell me. All right, until the next one. Peace. That's a pretty big belt.